Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll take a look at another replay that is a 2v2 with SoulsKeeper. So as you can see, this will be played on Dark Side Forest again, and this time we'll be playing at 75 game speed, 75% game speed. So let's take a look what will be our enemies in this game. Seems like I will be playing as Beast. So let's check the resources. So I'm here as Beast, then we have SoulsKeeper as Fallen. And against me is actually AllStar and Prawsha. So this is one of the few games that we actually played with AllStar. I didn't, to be honest, even remember that we played with AllStar a 2v2, but seems like we have at least one replay here. So let's take a look on that. I will actually turn off the team colors, so you can actually see it right here with the same colors. So I will be as green, of course, as always. SoulsKeeper is red. Then we have AllStar, as I said, Empire as blue, and also Prawsha is playing Empire, this time as yellow. So we can see everyone kinda trying to block the entrance path. Of course, SoulsKeeper building a little bit more in the back because he's playing Fallen, and it's not that easy to actually go all the way here and try to block it in this area. But it's also really easily blockable here. Maybe he built it too much in the back, but he can probably still block it in few minutes. I'm of course doing the same thing here, just as Beast, so arena and stable, building it all the way in the front to block it immediately. We actually see AllStar playing a little bit different build here, actually not building a farm yet, just making barracks here and then making second barracks, but not making them in the front, which would be much smarter, since he's making the farm late anyways. Because he wants to have barracks in the front since they are more tanky. Also he's making an immediate tower, so he'll be basically unrushable. On the other side we have Prawsha doing basically the same, just making the farm a little bit earlier. I already have one Boron, and I'm also going for a totem immediately, so I also want to have really good protection against potential double Empire rush, which is actually pretty strong. If they just spam ton of swordsmen, it's really hard to repel. But once we have a tower, it's actually pretty easy, so this totem will be probably really important if they decide to attack on me. Right now I'm just making more and more minions, trying to fill up all the resources. We already see some first scouts, so SoulsKeeper trying to go for a scout with his Hive Stinger, and he also saw this Prawsha's peasant, so hopefully he will catch him. We also see SoulsKeeper making a tower, so right now everyone has a tower except Prawsha. So, of course, AllStar didn't upgrade his scout tower yet, so right now we have better defense as a team, but SoulsKeeper has kind of open base right now, so he could be still really easily rushed. Also, these control forms should be closer to the lightning spire. I leave one on the left side and one on the right side to protect it from all the directions against melee attacks. Right now it's pretty vulnerable. Of course, my totem is pretty safe unless they will have catapults. This tower is also pretty safe unless I will have trolls or SoulsKeeper Avengers. And as I said, Prawsha doesn't have a tower yet, but he's already going for a stone keep, so he's probably trying to transfer to some stronger units as soon as possible. SoulsKeeper has some scouts here, which is really good. We don't see this yet, but maybe there was a scout and just died to these 3 swordsmen. But since they are not injured, that was probably not the case. I'm already going for a goblin hut, or not already, yeah, this is actually pretty late, but I was making the totem, so this is what of course slowed me down a little bit. SoulsKeeper is going for an incubator now, trying to save up some resources, so we can probably start producing 2 high speeders at a time immediately. We also see a temple from Prawsha, really transferring to those advanced units really quickly. On the other side there is AllStar, still didn't upgrade the tower even though he made it so quickly. And he's still not even upgrading his town hall, so he's really staying on actually 3 barracks and spamming as many swordsmen as he can. Yeah, SoulsKeeper still saving up his resources. Now he spent them on those hive spitters and actually started building a 3rd hive. I'm going for Harpy Nest and Dark Altar, and also making one more totem, because as I was writing here, they might go Valkyries, so that's what I'm preparing for. Let's see what I also wrote here. Against Empire, you want to always build a closed base. Yeah, that's what I was saying there, because they will spam ton of swordsmen, and if you have a closed base like this, it's basically unpushable with a tower. The thing that SoulsKeeper has here, it's much more vulnerable. Fortunately for now, They are not really attacking, even though both of them has ton of swordsmen. And if they took all of them together and attacked SoulsKeeper here, I think he would be dead. And I don't really have anything to help him too much. But they are not really pushing for now, so it's really fine. Now I'm saying that probably they are not going Valkyries because we saw so many swordsmen and they had to invest too many resources into that to also go Valkyries. Yeah, so I was also saying that they like rushing, probably based on the games I played against them before, or at least against Prawsha. So towers are of course a good idea, that's why we both made them. Now it seems like both of them are trying to actually attack me, but as I said, this is unpushable with swordsmen, especially when I also have at least some goblin riders in the back. So I think they won't even try, they just got attacked by the totem, they'll just check expansion, and I'm immediately saying that they are probably going on SoulsKeeper. Yeah, Prawsha already has some priests as well. Yeah, I'm just checking here with Harpy, trying to scout them. As you can see, they definitely have Trailblazing already, so or at least Prawsha. So they are definitely able to catch up to SoulsKeeper's army. AllStar is already going for an expansion. Prawsha was trying to do the same, but he was scouted by SoulsKeeper's Highstinger and also stopped there. I'm just using my Harpy right now to scout. Also, I of course will go for Confusion, or maybe I already researched that, and I will use Confusion to stop catapults, potentially even kill some Valkyries if they go for that, but seems like they only want to have a Phoenix to also scout really quickly and easily. Yeah, AllStar is also building Elven Sanctuary now, or potentially they are also preparing for some air from us, but to be honest it's not that easy to make some air army that would be effective in these fights as Beast. And I mean, he could make of course flying Hivestingers, then Phoenixes would be really good, but he doesn't really have the capability with one base to also spam Hive Guards with this army, so that is probably not too big of a threat from us with flying army, so they don't really need to worry about that, but making 1 or 2 Phoenixes to scout is always good. I'm saying that they have double expo right now because I scouted that with the Harpy. So right now we need to start pushing, otherwise they will just gain momentum. Right now this is the best time to push, of course, because yeah, that is why the scouting is important always, because now they invested a ton of resources into these bases, but they didn't get any resources from them yet. They've actually spent even more resources on them right now because they will be producing more and more peasants. While we invested all the resources into our army because we don't have any expansions. So even though I have a little bit less population than the other players, I'm still really confident pushing here. Yeah, a ton of their population is in the peasants, or at least on AllStar side. And we immediately force them away from here. Prawsha is coming with his swordsman, but they cannot really do anything here. We have a ton of ranged army. Right now they are kinda attacking us from both sides with ton of swordsmen, but we are able to hold them here with our melee army, with warriors and Hivestingers, and before they can kill that, we are able to kill Prawsha's whole army with a combination of Hivespitters and Trolls, together with few Goblin Riders and Witches, and right now it's basically just a 2v1 against AllStar, and he doesn't have any catapults or anything. That was probably their biggest mistake. And they just didn't make any more advanced units. We see one Dryad from AllStar, which is basically totally useless here. Then we saw some priests from Prawsha, but we saw 0 catapults. And AllStar didn't even transfer to anything more advanced. Now he started making priests, but it's of course really late. I already have 3 trolls. One is coming really soon from my home. And even though Prawsha finished his base now and he's going for the gnome workshop, he's behind on resources now because he's not even getting full income from here, basically no income. He just invested a ton of resources into the town hall. And since the gnome workshop is not even finished yet and I'm still producing new trolls, he will never be able to catch up unless he stops making everything else and just focuses on like 3 gnome workshops and spam catapults 3 at once. But he doesn't have time for that because AllStar is basically dead here. Yeah, he still has a ton of swordsmen, but he cannot really do anything. Half of them are half HP or even almost dead. and he'll probably try to push me here, but I still have the totem, and I should be able to hold him here for some time with my units. I also have a roll. This was actually a mistake from me. I wasn't able to block him immediately, so he got onto the totem. At the same time, Prawsha is trying to push on SoulsKeeper, but also we are killing AllStar's base at the same time with many more units, so this will of course die much quicker than he can destroy my base. He's actually letting my troll free shoot here, dealing ton of free damage to him. I have another totem here in the back, so he won't be even able to push this. Also, SoulsKeeper helped me here a little bit with his high spitters. Yeah, so half of his army actually retreated, so he can protect himself against Prawsha. And I'm just staying committed to destroying the remnants of AllStar base, so we can get rid of him, and then it will be just a pure 2v1 against Prawsha, even though he has one extra base, so the income will be basically the same. We should have much stronger army. I have the most population actually now, SoulsKeeper is second, and then is Prawsha, so it will be 2v1. Even though he will have the same income, he will never be able to catch up anymore. Also, I have some levels here, at least on this troll. Yeah, SoulsKeeper also already has level 2 on all of his high spitters. I saw this arc, this AllStar is trying to escape here. He has also some peasants there, but he was not able to build anything fast enough, even though he had some wood, so he would be able to make like a tower or a farm, but of course that wouldn't change anything anymore. And eventually Prawsha just left. Even though he still had a ton of resources, he could have definitely made something, but he even lost some units now, so now the population is so low that he had no chance anymore, of course, so he decided to leave and not waste any more time. So yeah, let's check the results. It was 14 minutes game, which is once again pretty average. We can see ton of kills from SoulsKeeper here actually. Probably also here in the late game when Prawsha was attacking him. He got a ton of kills there on the swordsman. Actually, the time we pushed AllStar, we didn't even kill too many units there because they just escaped, both of them, from there. AllStar tried to attack my town, Prawsha tried to attack SoulsKeeper's town, and they basically left no defense in AllStar's town. So even though I was pushing there, of course killing some minions and some swordsmen before, overall there was not too big of a defense, so not too big of an opportunity to actually get some kills. Also, as you can see, I lost only 8 units, so there was not too many units actually fighting against me that would be able to kill any major part of my army. And that means of course that even if they were prepared with something more in the back, we still had a ton of units to actually push that. Then we can see the largest army, experience, of course, SoulsKeeper getting the most kills, so also the most experience here. Only one research, probably just superior boomerang for Goblin Riders. And then of course I was destroying the base while SoulsKeeper was mainly defending, so I got a little bit more buildings destroyed. And then we have resources, where Prawsha got a little bit more resources since he got the expansion there. But he didn't really utilize it in any way because it was too late and AllStar was already dead there. But yeah, nice game. Once again, something a little bit different. Also nice to see AllStar in a 2v2. He's not really playing at the moment with us, but maybe he will come back in the future, we'll see. Right now this is one of the few replays where you can actually see him playing, so that's nice that we have this. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care guys.